Oh,
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 2. This has been easily one of the most requested shows in high demand. Everybody loved the stream team the first time. So since you guys are twisting our
All five
arms,
of
we're
them?
fucking back again. Yeah, all 5 of them. We're back again. Actually, I think it is actually our most watched podcast besides our first podcast ever.
What
So-
happened on the first podcast ever?
It was just, it was one of those, you know how like whenever you, well maybe you don't because I know you're new to setting up your YouTube channel, but whenever you set up a YouTube channel, you have the video that plays whenever people are not subscribed, and then you have a video that plays when people are subscribed automatically as soon as they come to the channel. So whenever you're not subscribed to Dead Funny, it plays the trailer. When you are subscribed, it plays the first podcast. So every
This is
time
why
someone
TikTok
goes
is
to
killing
home-
YouTube. This is why TikTok is killing. This is way too complicated. Doesn't need to be that.
complicated at all, bro.
That's not.
Not even complicated at all. It literally
Yeah,
took me 10 seconds to set the whole thing
It's
up.
really not. But this is why TikTok is winning. It's
I don't
why
know about that, dude.
TikTok.
I'm just thinking.
is amazing.
I think TikTok is fucking stupid, but that's my personal
TikTok is absolutely garbage, but it's
Some
amazing.
of the trends are garbage, yes, but TikTok itself is pretty fucking cool.
It as a tool is amazing if you want to
Yes.
get exposure. Very
Yeah.
fantastic.
We'll just have to agree to disagree on that one. I hate TikTok, dude. I hate it with a fucking
I hate it
passion,
too.
bro. Oh my gosh.
I
But
don't even
anyways.
like it, but I like it.
So Mike apparently has a rant that he's just been dying to jump on and fucking talk about. So we'll just let's pass on over that one.
Yeah, so one of my biggest pet peeves is when people mumble to me. I can't fucking stand it, okay? People mumble, and then I ask them, what did you say? They kind of look at me like, why wasn't you listening? It's like, no, motherfucker. I was listening. You were mumbling, okay? I can't understand you if you mumble. Then we have to put these masks on. Thanks a lot, COVID. So it's literally impossible for me sometimes to understand or hear what people are saying. And they'll continue. I'll be like, what are you trying to say? I'll even pull my mask down. I'm like, what did you say? And they'll continue to try to talk to me through the mask. And I give up. I'm like, yeah.
I
cool.
like
All right.
how so Mike just did the perfect situation where, you know, like they talk about how like you're driving and you're trying to focus on driving, so you fucking turn the volume down so you can see better. You know?
Yes, you can see better.
Mike pulls his own mask down so he can hear better.
I'm pulling my mask down. It's like, look, hey, pull your fucking mask down, okay? You're 6 feet away from me. You're not gonna get COVID. I don't have COVID. Pull your
Or
mask
just
down.
talk louder. Just talk. They could just talk like fucking louder if they
They
wanted
could do that too. But I just never realized how much, you know, seeing how someone, like reading lips means, you know, how much it impacts a person. At least me. Like, I can kind of just go along with what someone's saying just by kind of reading their lips if I can't really hear them. But
Yes, that's called being deaf, Mike.
yeah, the mask, it just makes it impossible. And then I'm just sitting there like a dumb fuck. Like, I don't know what you're saying. Cool.
Like
Unless
you
you
have
pull
a
your mask down. Unless you pull your mask down, I don't know what you're saying.
It's like, unless you pull your pants down, I don't know what you're saying.
Exactly.
Pull them down.
So that's my big rant. I fucking hate masks.
Do they
Give me
make
the
you
back.
double mask?
No double masks.
Okay,
no.
so it's just single mask. Okay.
No, they're about to reevaluate the mask April 1st. So the week that I have my eye surgery, I won't. Hopefully they'll get rid of the masks.
And then
I just don't see a point in it. Like, I'm on a machine all day. Like, I'm not around really anybody. Like, just fuck off. Let me take
Well,
the mask
even for
off.
safety reasons, I mean, they have to be minimum 6 feet away from you just for safety reasons with the fucking machinery anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
but
I
yeah,
understand that. Yeah.
I'm really excited for the vaccine. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, so what's your eye surgery for?
He's
Getting
colorblind, dude.
LASIK.
He's getting that
Oh,
fixed, dude. He's fixing his colorblind,
Oh,
dude.
Oh, your eyes have finally degraded far enough where you can get LASIK?
Where I can get LASIK?
Yeah, so like you ever hear like they're like want to make sure your eyes are fully degraded before you get LASIK, because if you get LASIK while your eyes are still degrading, there's a chance that it may continue degrading just by natural age biology.
Oh, fuck, dude, I didn't even know that was a thing.
I'm sure if you've gotten a consult, you're fine. Like usually
Well,
they
yeah.
won't recommend. They really don't like having to cut into your eyes with fucking lasers if they don't have to, because there's a as with anything, there's risks.
There's a risk, yeah. It's not 100%. There's a couple percent chance.
Like a
things could go wrong.
1% chance. Yeah, it's. I wouldn't be concerned about it, but still, it's like the same thing. They're fucking putting a laser on your eyeball. Like,
well, the thing. So I'm technically. I mean, when I tell people I'm getting LASIK, like I say I'm getting LASIK because if I say, oh, I'm getting PRK, people are gonna be like, what's PRK? But if I say LASIK, people are like, oh yeah, you're getting eye surgery. Like, yeah, all right. But so LASIK, you have to. Your corneas have to be shaped a certain way in order to get LASIK surgery.
Like an astigmatism, right? You have to have like an astigmatism.
So what LASIK is what they'll do is they'll cut the membrane that covers your eye, right? They'll cut it and they'll lift it up, and the laser, they'll pull it back, and the laser will do the surgery and stuff, and then they'll lay the membrane back down, and your body already has a healing factor at that point. So it already has skin and stuff that it can start healing on its own. Whereas my corneas are irregular, so I have to have a surgery called PRK, which is they take the membrane and they cut it completely off, and then they do the surgery, and then they're going to have to put these surgical contacts on my eyes, and
until the membrane heals.
Yeah, until the membrane heals. So, like, my body, instead of having, part of the membrane already to start healing, has to create its own all over again. And it hasn't done that since I was, a fetus. So,
how long does it usually take, did they say?
They said the first day I'm not going to feel any pain. Day 2 and day 3, I'm going to feel excruciating pain to the point where I'm going to want to be laying in bed the entire time in pitch black with no light at all.
So it's like a photosensitive pain?
Yeah, and so they said the full process for my eyes to heal completely could take about 3 months. But by day 4 and day 5, I should start seeing crystal clear.
I've regained my vision that they were trying to fix.
Yeah. So they said that I should be able to start seeing everything crystal clear, like 2020, by the 4th and 5th day. So
like 2021.
Yeah, true. But like, I have to be super careful with it though, because I guess there's a condition where if I don't use the medicine that they give me and like all the little jelly and stuff I have to put in my eyes to keep them moisturized, which is so weird. I got to put some kind of jelly in my eyes. But anyway,
you know what? I wonder if that's the same shit that they put on fucking babies, like because Lily
it could be
like it was like some clear gelatin. Because I remember when I first saw her, and I said this, and it sounds bad, but I mean, once again, you got to remember, 1, I'm a first time dad. 2, she was a fucking preemie, so she's super small. But I remember seeing her for the first time in this fucking incubator, and all I could think of was like, she looks like a fucking alien. Like
everyone believes that.
Yeah, their head is like not quite shaped yet. It's still kind of got like a little bit of a point on it,
like a cone head.
Fucking. She's got like this jelly over her eyes, but she's looking and her eyes look like they're just really dark and black. And it was like, she was like, I mean, so fucking small. It's crazy to think of how big she is now, but she was like so small. And I was just like, she looks like an alien. And I said that. And it's funny because like the nurses thought like I was, I guess, disgusted to touch my daughter whenever I first got in there. It's like, oh, you can go ahead and touch her. And I was all like, yeah, this is good enough for me. And they're all like, well, I mean, like, it's okay like for them to look like that coming out. And I was like, I don't think you guys understand. 10 minutes ago, my significant other was just ripped from me, and I was told that they were cutting her open and pulling my baby out. There are 1,000 things on my mind just knowing that my baby is alive and breathing is okay. I just got back from the back room over there where my significant other is still not awake, and they're trying to wake her up. So, once again, my mind is going 1,000 miles a minute. I don't need to touch her right now. I'm trying to just focus on standing at the moment. It's like,
yeah.
Fuck.
You're like, I'm trying to remain at cruising speed here, and we're fucking crashing right now, brother.
But yeah, so they give me the jellies and stuff, and I have to use artificial tears because my eyes won't be able to create tears for like the 3 months. It's
good.
strange, but I have to. So no more crying.
Like a man.
I mean, Mike cries all the fucking time, dude. He is such a fucking titty baby. That's crazy, dude.
The one thing I have to watch out for is something called corneal haze. It's where the membrane is growing together, right, and it meets in the middle of the eye, and the scar tissue there could like it's like a permanent smudge. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you had glasses, you would have a permanent smudge right there, and then they would have to go through and recut the
I
membrane.
was gonna say, do they just remove it again and
Yeah,
say
they would
try
have to.
again?
Yeah, they exactly try again. But they said that it's like 100% avoidable as long as I do everything correctly. So that's gonna be my biggest fear. Is like I don't want that shit. Like
Just do it correctly.
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna do it correctly the first time. Be able to see 2020. I'm excited.
This shit
And if
is
not,
real, dude.
you know you get the knife again.
Cost me fucking $4,500. So I got to make sure I do it right the first time.
This shit is real. Literally type this in on Amazon. First thing that pops up. Eye care, artificial tears, lubricant eye drops.
What, you think I was lying to you?
From Rite Aid. I didn't think that you were necessarily lying to me, but I was hoping that there was
You
gonna
didn't
be
you didn't know they had artificial tears?
No, I never looked into this shit, but I was hoping that maybe there would be like a gallon that I could buy for cheap and just send it to Mike and just, have like a little receipt in there that just says, here you go, bitch, cry it up or something like that, But...
Wow, I appreciate it.
I mean, you're getting free product, I mean, you're good to go. So
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to complain. I mean, they pay for it 100%. So like they pay for all the tiers and stuff. And I mean, I guess another good thing is in the $4,500 they have a lifetime correction type deal. So if ever I need under corrections or over corrections of any sort, like I just go back to the doctor, they fix my eyes for free.
What do they just?
Oh,
what do they shoot you with a laser beam? Just
yeah, yeah.
They fucking
don't
Hiroshima your fucking eyeballs.
Fuck it, dude.
Dude, you ain't even gotta worry about it, Mike. I got you, dude. I got you. Since you're losing your tears, I just kept scrolling down, and for $7.86 right now, and it works with my Amazon Prime shipping, I can get you as quote unquote what they call thug ink temporary face teardrop tattoos. So I got you covered. Bro.
Get some decals.
Is on the way.
Oh my god! I would, bro. Like, I think those tears are so fucking stupid.
Oh, absolutely,
like
100%.
I just think tattoos on the face in general is like dumb. But yeah, I would literally hate myself if I ever had something like this on my face.
Yeah, well, that's what people who get those tattoos feel. So
they think they hate themselves.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
They got a teardrop tattoo on their fucking eyeball.
Give me a fucking Yoshi egg on my forehead.
Yoshi egg. That tells you what kind of person you are. That's a person of humble upbringing.
But yeah, that's kind of some things that's going to be happening, and that's my little rant about masks and shit. So
yeah,
what kind of mask do you wear? Everybody, what's your gas mask? You just going with the full on fucking FEMA fucking 3M gas mask?
Tax what, dude? Tax what? Ease.
I don't even know what fucking mask I'm wearing. My company like sells them, and I don't know what the fuck it is. N95? Is that what it's called, Chris?
Yeah, N95s.
Yeah, N95s. What I wear.
Unless your company has moved to the cheaper knockoff versions, which are the KN95s.
The KN95s.
It's true.
Oh yeah, you would know about that. I forgot you sell PPE.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is like me and Mike basically have the same job, except I'm a sales rep and he works in the warehouse. We just don't work at the same company. We actually work for competing companies. So
yeah, Uline sells a bunch of shit though. They do like anything. Like it's crazy what the type of workplace shit Uline makes. Like moving blankets, fucking everything, boxes that you can move shit. Just it's insane. Dollies, industrial equipment.
There's we had these giant fucking Bose Bluetooth speakers. And I'm like, bro, I got to get some of these because I get them at a discount regardless. So I was like, hell yeah, dude.
There you go. That was actually one of the things I was pretty excited about whenever I got the job.
Yo, let me PayPal. Send me one.
Like,
Bluetooth speaker.
But that's one of the things I was excited about whenever I got my job too. Was like it was like, oh, you get fucking employee discount on safety stuff. And I'm like, great. When the fuck am I actually gonna be buying like anything safety related?
Good thing the pandemic hits.
Right. Well, that I still didn't even use them for my mask, and they actually sent us because we've been fucking working remote since fucking March of last year. They even sent us like KN95s and shit like that for us to use while we're out grocery shopping and stuff. But I actually went out and bought the Under Armour mask.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what I've got. Are those nice black Under Armour ones. I bought some of that for my significant other and myself. And no,
your husband.
Yeah, exactly. And But what I was gonna say was that I was excited about the fucking discount. Was I was sitting there working one day and somebody was talking about boots and stuff, and I was all like, "Oh yeah, like work boots and stuff." They're like, "No, dude, like we actually sell like Timberlands." Like
Oh yeah, dude,
I
you
was
guys do
like,
chips?
"Bro,
You guys do
what?"
chips in Carolinas?
Oh, dude, I love Timberlands, dude. Ever since I was
Bro,
a
if
kid,
you
those are my fucking boots, dude.
if you can get the discount on Carolinas, I'll fucking PayPal you, dog.
I'll take a look and see what we got.
On
But yeah, dude.
Carolinas.
Carolinas, Chippewas, fucking yes, sir.
Yep.
So what are you doing now, Wes? I know the last time we talked, man, it feels like a year ago. It really does. Uh,
It
you
probably
were
2020.
joining a tech company, and you were having issues getting the equipment sent to you, or something like that. That's the last time we talked, and I don't know what you've been doing since then.
Yeah, so I finally got the shit. Like they like by my start date was like something crazy, like September 28th, and I ended up starting like December 3rd or 12th. So, there's a little bit of fuckery going on, but I finally got my shit, and I've just been working remote. I moved into my own apartment, so it's pretty sweet.
That's the sweet shit, dude.
Yeah, dude, one bedroom. It's like $1,000 a month, everything included. So it's pretty nice. Everything included. Not a terrible neighborhood. Pretty nice. Kind of in the woods. Kind of stickish. I like it a lot. It's a great area. I like it.
There you go.
You ended up making it down south, though, yeah?
Oh, what? Yeah, I went. Wait, what?
Are you still in Mass, or
I'm still in Mass. I went.
okay.
I
Yeah, he
just
was
went
on
to Florida
vacation.
for like 3 weeks to see my girl. Now she's up here with me.
I think another conversation we had something was like South Carolina or something, or maybe it was in the Virginias.
Yeah, so North Carolina, that's for a different company that wanted
Gotcha.
to move me
Okay.
down permanently, and I'm just waiting for them to open back up. That's still potentially an option because it's part of the team that I love being on. That shit was fucking off the chain, dude. Working for that company was so cool.
That's when
Got
you
to
were
do a
like
lot
a
of cool shit.
project. You was in projects and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was
Yeah.
so fucking sick, dude. Oh, I want to get back to it, but I'm happy with this company. They're gonna be putting everyone salaried soon. We all start contracted, hourly.
Mm-hmm.
My whole team's supposed to get salaried soon. I cannot speak.
It's
And it's working remote from home, so that's really nice. Just doing like network engineering stuff. I love it a lot. Cannot
Honestly,
complain.
my company makes us come back. I might actually have to look for me a remote job, dude. I got too used to this shit.
I mean,
this stuff is nice.
I've gotten extremely lucky with Uline. So I started the job at almost 20 an hour, and then they decided they were going to give us $5 extra an hour. I was like,
Pandemic.
yeah, just for the pandemic. And I was like, I bet. And now we're keeping it. We're keeping the $5.
Oh, good on them. Good on
Yeah.
them, bro.
And so they're like, this is for you guys. And so I get bonuses. I get a profit sharing bonus at the end of the year. So for every $1 million the company makes, I get $1. And so last year it was like 6.7 billion is what Uline made, and I ended up getting 6.7K. And so
Holy shit.
they decided that because we all worked so hard, that they were going to
Give
just
a higher
round that.
percentage.
They rounded it up to 10K.
Damn.
And
Oh.
every single employee got a $10,000 bonus.
There you go.
Yo,
Oh
they
yeah,
hooked your
dude.
ass up, dude.
Bro,
Yeah,
they did.
Uline's a crazy company like that.
I mean, I tell everybody that not everybody wants to work warehouse and stuff like that, and it's pretty difficult. They expect perfection out of you, like they have stupid metrics and stuff like that you have to hit. But it's one of those companies that as long as you give them as close to perfection as you possibly can, like they're going to reward you, man. And they've done nothing but reward me, so I'm happy with them. So
Well, you always work hard, from what I know, dude. Like,
Yeah.
always working hard. So
yeah.
There you go, dude. That's what's up. Yeah, we actually just got.
you work hard, you will. It will get noticed.
Uh huh.
Hard
we
work
just got our
usually
fucking-
doesn't go unnoticed.
We just got
Usually.
our fucking merits in this last week. But the cool part is that last year our merits got put on hold because of COVID and all the other shit, and they were fucking laying people off and shit like that. And then fucking whenever I went to go get my raise, I got both of them put together. So I was like, fucking sweet, dude. So got a nice big boy bump.
Little big boy bump.
Yeah,
You got your baby
annual
bump now.
Yeah, to my annual pay. I mean, that's the thing that I like most about where I work is like I literally make a salary, and that doesn't include my commissions. So all my commissions is just free money on top of that. And just alone, like whenever I was a sales rep doing like liquor and shit like that, like I make double what I made as a liquor sales rep just on salary alone. That doesn't include my fucking commissions. So
Yeah, exactly.
like,
So,
fucking,
dude,
this is like such a big step up for me, and I was like, fuck yeah, dude, I'll take it.
wait, so you're a sales rep for selling liquor?
I was sales rep for liquor before I was sales rep for safety supplies. Yep.
Were you like wholesale? Is that what you did?
Yeah, to companies. Well, no,
Hell yeah.
well, I mean, I was more just a distribution, if you will, and it was business facing. So basically, like your big
That's what I
portfolios,
mean.
like yeah, exactly. So your big portfolios like Diageo and shit like that would sell
Liquor's
to
44.
us. Yeah, and then we would sell them to the stores and shit like that for our regions. So
Wholesaler, distributor, yeah.
yeah.
That's
So,
that's
I had
that's good stuff.
like fucking Captain Morgan, Smirnoff, Jägermeister, a lot of the big names, which was nice.
I
That's
feel like
actually
liquor
how I
is
got
one of the
in.
easier ones to sell.
So liquor is 100% like the stereotypic, like whenever you get into a job and you start looking around for like the boys club, liquor's the boys club because we had the beer, we had wine, and then we had liquor. But the way the company worked is that it was like one company, but they were split like two companies. So one company was just beer, the other side of the company was liquor and wine.
Right.
And liquor was the boys club. Like there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like that was the boys club.
Hell yeah, dude.
Because one of my first jobs that I had there, as far as like whenever I got my first promotion, is I actually ran like the point of sale warehouse, and the amount of money, like literally that warehouse was ran by two people, me and the guy that did beer. So like I was in control of the liquor and the wine POS, and he was in control of the beer. The beers POS was like 25% of the warehouse. And then, so the other 75% of the warehouse was mine. But that being said, 70% of that was liquor, and the other 5% was fucking wine. Like, they don't do anything promos for wine or anything like that whatsoever. So, like, these liquor guys, I mean, that's how I knew getting into liquor was going to be the better role for you anyway, because you just had so much shit to fucking use. Like, for instance, I'll never forget one of my wine managers. He was like, all right, I got like a very expensive package coming in. We got to make sure that it's all good. It was like one wine chiller bag and like fucking 6 t-shirts. And he goes, I know that you don't normally put wine stuff in the locker room, but I need you to put this in the locker room because we can't let anybody else have this. Like, this is super expensive for us. And I was like, are you sure you want me to put it in the locker room? Like, and so obviously you guys don't know, but in the locker room I had Beat speakers, 50-inch TVs, like shit like that, and they're all liquor. Like it's like that was the first thing I got was they gave me a Christmas present. It was a pair of Beat speakers and just had Smirnoff on the very top of it. That's it. Other than that, it was just a completely black pair of Beat speakers.
That's like, savage.
I mean, they have so much stuff, so then the sales reps can go in and be like, hey, you normally buy, like a fucking pallet. You get another fucking pallet, and I can fucking throw in like this TV or some shit, and it's no cost to us. We don't pay for none of that. That
right.
hasn't been regulated.
It's from the fucking company. It's promotional.
And that's the crazy part to me, because like I didn't know that this was a thing, and maybe you guys don't know either.
Oh, dude, I got in my fucking closet right now. Actually, right behind me, I have a fucking Marlboro fucking gym bag, like suitcase bag, that they were giving out as promotion to fucking people who smoked enough of their goddamn cigarettes.
Yeah, and
like,
see, so that was
like
crazy
huge
part.
In the 90s.
That's the crazy part is that back then, whenever they did this same thing for beer, too many companies were able to monopolize it using all this promotional shit like neon signs and everything else. So I didn't know this, but that actually became like a government regulated thing to where beer companies couldn't do that. They couldn't use all this cool swag and shit to monopolize to be able to outsell other beers and bars. I didn't know that was a thing. Like the government came in and like cracked down on all that. But that never happened to liquor because liquor wasn't like that big of a deal whenever all this shit was going down. Like they didn't have swag and shit coming out. You didn't have like all these crazy ass fucking lines like we do now, like Fireball, Dr. McKilligutty and shit like that. So that's why there was such a difference between his side of the warehouse and my side, because liquor's never been cracked down on. So like I literally mean like these liquor companies sign up with these deals, whether it's like Sony or Beats by Dre, for instance. They sign up with these deals that are mutually beneficial for both of them, and then they just pay to ship that. Exactly, they just pay to ship that shit to us. We don't pay to get that shit at all, and then we just give that shit out for free. So like it literally, what the fuck? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It literally does not cost us anything. So then we're able to go to these big ass stores, and it's like, oh, cool. I see you have like 3 displays up of product that's not mine. Why don't we take 2 of those displays down since the sales rep's not here anyway? Put up some of my stuff, and I'll throw in a pair of Beat speakers.
Exactly. That, like when I worked at a head shop before, companies like would send us shit all the time like that. We'd like order like whatever. Some companies would just send shit to us for free to review and stuff like that because we had some videos out too, which is cool. Or just manufacture samples or just like cool swag. I remember very specifically there was a Mike Hard's Lemonade like beach cruiser that was made by Schwinn. And fucking, I remember someone. This was probably like 2012. My grandfather had it, and then he like sold it to some dude in the neighborhood. Then like a year or 2 later, I saw this fucking dude riding it around with a fucking a 49cc moped kit on it, going to the liquor store because he didn't have his fucking license. And it was just the biggest piece of irony I've ever seen.
That's funny.
That's hilarious. Jesus Christ.
He didn't have a license, so he just put a moped kit on the bike, and it's a Mike's Hard Lemonade fucking beach cruiser.
I will say for like all of the crazy jobs that I've ever had, that was probably the craziest one because the shit you hear come out of these sales reps' mouth in the back of these stores, like, oh my god, dude! Like my first day getting introduced, and I was just a merchandiser at that point. Like I went into the back of one of these stores, and like these 2 sales reps were fucking going at it and like in each other's faces, about to fight. And I look at the guy that was with me, and I'm just like, should we like let somebody know that this shit's going on? He's like, nah, this is fucking normal day. Like, it's just how it is back here, you know, because you're getting these big ass like retail stores that do a shit ton of volume and stuff like that. And it's crazy, dude. Like, there's just the amount
these guys are just fucking stressing, dude.
Because they're all underneath these fucking crunch timelines and shit. And that's the thing that sucked the most is like in that job, whenever I was getting the promotion, it was one of those things where it's like basically at this point, the way you need to look at it is that you do better than the guy that did before you last year, or you're gone. There's no training. There's no training whatsoever. Like, I literally got onto this job. I never drank any liquor before this job. I still don't drink wine. Didn't know anything about wine whatsoever. I applied for a beer job because I knew at least some beer. And I was just wanting to get out of the profession that I was in and get me a Monday through Friday, and this was something that was available. They then said, well, we know you're applying for beer, but we're going to put you on wine and liquor anyway. They put me on wine and liquor, so I don't know what I'm doing. Then they send me out to parts of this of fucking Wisconsin that I literally have never been to, and stores I've never been to, and was just like, there's going to be deliveries there, figure it out. That was it. So I'm opening up these wine boxes.
What'd you do at these stores? Would you just go there and try to pitch fucking
sales? No. I was a merchandiser when I first got hired on. So I went there and worked it. Yeah, stock shelves. And it's like, I don't know where none of this shit goes. Most of the stuff's not even on the shelf because it completely was sold out. So it's like I'm opening fucking bottles. I don't even know how to pronounce half the shit I'm holding in my fucking hand because it's all fucking wine and shit. Like, I didn't know the difference between a fucking Cabernet and a Merlot and a fucking Red Blend and all that shit. I was like, what is all this nonsense? Pinot Grigio. I didn't know any of that shit. Like, literally at all. So I'm literally calling the wine sales rep that did my fucking route like almost every other fucking box. I'm like... I was like, they don't send anybody with you. They just throw you right into it. And it's sink or swim, dude. If you can't fucking make it work, you're gone. Done. Just like that. It's crazy. It's fucking nuts. So that shit was like super fucking stressful. I can honestly say, like, if I had a chance to go back there, I loved a lot of the relationships that I had because a lot of the people were super fucking cool. But man, dude, that was probably the most stressed I think I've ever been in my life working. Like, it was.
I had quite a few jobs like that, where the people almost make it worth it.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it's just one of those things too, where like I'm so over retail. You know what I mean?
Yeah, retail's pretty dumb. What would be sweet is if you get like a management position where you're at currently.
Yeah, well, I mean that's currently what we're working at now. That basically what we're trying to work towards is me moving more towards the actual sales manager of the team that I'm on. So that's the
Sales
current.
leads, team
Yeah,
lead, manager.
yeah. Because if I don't get promoted at this job, which honestly I've literally only been here for a year, it'll be 2 years in June. This will be the first job I haven't been promoted at. Like every other job I've had, I've always been promoted within like at least the first 2 years I'm there. This will be the first job I've never been promoted at. Now, I have had promotions at this job, but not like an actual management promotion. Like basically being promoted from like you're a guy that cold calls people and tries to get them to stay on the phone with you so you can try to see if it's a lead, and then you give it over to the sales reps, and then I got promoted to an actual sales rep, and then from there I got promoted to like a fucking actual account manager and so on and so forth. But I don't consider those promotions. Those are more like lateral moves with better comp plays, if you will.
I mean, account manager is kind of a little bit higher, I would
It
have
is,
to say.
but it's not. It's like it's one of those things where it's like we do the same job, just my customers spend more money than yours. That's it. But our comp plans are the same, and if our comp plans are the same, like I'm not being really paid on the fact that like, for instance, here's the best scenario. We had a company, and this is whenever I made my literally the biggest comp plan I've ever fucking or comp check I ever had was this month. In this month, our comp plan changed so many fucking times it was ridiculous. But with COVID and stuff, I guess they were just trying to react and adapt, and it just wasn't working. But we were trying to get customers to be loyal to us, basically. So you're looking at partnerships and shit like that, right? It doesn't cost anything to have a partnership where I work whatsoever. So really, there's no like downside. Really, it's a lot more of like keeping us at our standards. And I literally found this account that started an account with us 6 years prior and never spent a single dollar with us. Talked to the guy, super cool guy. Fucking, they do like a lot of different shit as far as, like natural disasters and shit like that. And fucking, they were one of the people who were going to be doing a lot of shit for COVID. Within 2 weeks, I made a $300,000 sale to this guy. $0 the 6 years previous. $300,000 was the first sale ever on this account.
Good shit. What'd you end up selling them?
It was all gloves, like all fucking
all gloves. Just all
it was
gloves.
all gloves. Literally every single part of it was gloves.
He's gonna be the largest glove distributor, reseller.
I fucking hate gloves, bro.
Well, see, what they normally do is they ship it to their main warehouse, and then whatever state they're going to do the work in, they ship it all there, and then like their workers use it there.
I assume they're just getting all these gloves so that they can touch themselves and each other. That's the only reason why.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what it was. And so, I probably made like $3,000 off that sale, if that.
That's it. They only hit you with the 1%.
Now, this is the best part, though. This is the best part. The comp plan that I was on, because like I said, our job was to try to get partnerships. I didn't have this account as a partnership yet, but we were in talks about it. So as I'm talking to the guy, like they spend a dick ton of money on PPE, like dick ton of money. As I'm talking to this guy, he's talking about the fact that like, oh yeah, I'm getting my card, moved to where I'm able to spend, $1 million, maybe even, he's like, basically I'm going to try to get my card maxed out to where I can spend $5 million with you. And I was like, oh sweet, I'm fucking down for that. Let's fucking talk. Like what other projects you got working on? What can I help out with? I start reading my comp plan. I'm like, realistically, if this guy fucking does $1 million with me and I get him on a partnership, what am I looking at as a payout? So there was a part in our comp plan where it talked about basically we got a percentage if we got him onto a partnership 12 months down the road. So, and it dated back to when we got him to sign the partnership. So I'm like, if I get them to sell $5 million or buy $5 million, I get them on this partnership, 12 months down the road, they would have had to pay me $50,000 commission check. I was like, I literally looked at my boss and said, there is no doubt in my mind that from now until then, if I get this account on a partnership, that they won't find some reason of probable cause to get my fucking ass out of here. There is no fucking way they will pay me a $50,000 commission check. And he goes, even if you brought in $5 million, I was like, that's a year from now. They're going to look at you like, what have you done for me lately? That was a year from now, motherfucker. Like, what have you done lately for me to pay $50,000? I was like, no, I would guarantee you they'd find some way to get my ass out the fucking door. 100%. 100%. I was like, you know how many sales jobs I've worked? Please, no.
That's why you got to become a trader. You got to become a trader whose base salary is 100 and something a year, and you get like whatever 5% fucking commission off trades.
Yeah,
for companies.
True. Well, like I said, I mean, my dream job, like a realistic dream job and shit, I've always wanted to be like a stockbroker, dude. That's something I've always wanted to fucking do. I feel like I would thrive in that environment. Like, I love doing
you'd make more money being a trader than a broker, like for a company. Because your base salary would be like 100 and something a year, and then you make like 5% commission. I know someone who cleared a $265 million sale for one of the companies I work for.
Yeah.
And
well, that's actually funny. That you bring that up. So talking about these, these closers and shit. I had a month where I missed my comp plan by 0.2%. 0.2. I missed my goal. So I didn't get paid out that month. And my manager literally messages me and goes, damn, I didn't know you were so close. I wish I would have known. We would have talked about some opportunities, and got you to close. And I was like, yeah. And this is where you could tell, like, working from home, I was getting a little too, like, comfortable with the way I was talking in emails, especially my manager. So I literally just wrote back, yeah, it fucking sucks working for a company that I'm not going to get paid out over 0.2%. I literally said that. Like, that was my email back to him. His email back to me was fucking priceless. It literally was completely unsolicited. And it was a story about how a guy missed his commission. So he goes to tell me, he's like, yeah, literally, this is like word for word his fucking email. So yeah, it always reminds me of this other job that I had where this guy, was missing out on his annual commission. So not, monthly, but his quarter. It was his quarterly commission. Yeah, and he was shy of a $200,000 commission. Barely. I can't remember how much he said he was off of. And literally, this is the end of his sentence. It was like 2 sentences long. He was just shy of his commission. He took it all the way up to the higher ups, and turns out literally nothing ever happened from it. But yeah, this always reminds me of that story. And I'm like, that was his way of basically telling me, I can make as much commotion as I want to. Nothing's going to happen. Go fuck yourself. Like that. Basically is what that story was. Like an unsolicited story like that. Yeah, it's 100% what that story was.
He said you're shit out of luck.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I love that guy to death. Don't get me wrong. It's probably one of my favorite managers to this day. Like, he was so fucking cool. Oh, man. But
he pretty much said, I'm going to rip off your head and shit down your neck in this environment.
Well, he knew as well as I did with all the change that's happened at our company. Like, I mean, I don't even know who to go to talk to, much less if I'm actually going to get any fucking headway or if they even know that I fucking exist. So...
Hey, if you bring some encouragement, Glock, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll get right on that. I'm pretty sure like the company that owns us is in like Canada, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a hot pass on that one.
You're gonna have to trek all the way to Canada.
Fuck that nonsense.
Yikes! You're gonna have to hike, fucking snowshoe it.
Yeah, no, I'm not fucking doing that. Oh man, so fucking some crazy shit, dude. Man, since we last talked, oh my gosh.
I haven't heard James talk this whole time we've actually been recording.
He's probably asleep.
That's normal.
He said that's normal. just so everyone knows, he is here.
He's not
just
dead.
Want to make he is alive and he is breathing. He's just committing civil disobedience and choosing not to respond to this idiocracy.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, I was sitting here. I want to say it was like the last podcast that we just did. We were talking about, and it was actually kind of interesting to sit back and think about it. About like what was the last movie in the last restaurant you went to like before COVID hit? It's like a restaurant I'm not gonna be able to remember.
Oh,
but it's like
God.
Yeah, I go to restaurants currently. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Just put a mask on.
But before COVID hit, like when we had to get in lockdown, we weren't supposed to go anywhere, and things were basically the entire fucking country was shut down. And it was like, I'm pretty sure the last movie I saw in theaters was fucking Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm pretty
you got ripped off.
I liked it, dude. I
would've
liked
been
it.
pissed.
I'm not gonna lie. I liked it, dude. Like, I'm glad they changed him. Like, they would have kept him the way that he was supposed to be. I wouldn't have went. That's 100%. But I grew up on Sonic, man. I fucking love Sonic.
I think the last movie I watched in theaters was It Part 2.
I think
Damn.
so as well. Wait, I don't know.
That's
I
fucking
honestly-
like that's well before the fucking pandemic hit. Holy shit.
Yeah, I never really watched movies in theater.
Yeah, I always did, dude. I fucking love that shit. Oh,
Yeah, it was It Part 2. Fuck, man.
damn.
And then the last restaurant I went to before COVID, I think it was Tuna Pokey. I love Poke, dude. So
Poke is great. I love Poke.
it's so fucking good, dude.
Bro,
I'm
I
just
just
not
saw a
about you,
meme.
dude.
I just saw a meme that was Tom from Tom and Jerry, you know, the one where he dies and he goes up the escalator from heaven.
Uh-huh.
And it says when you crack your neck and unlock third person mode.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, dude.
That's crazy.
It said unlock third person mode.
Oh my god, dude. Oh. Dude, oh my god, Wes, that fucking meme I sent you, dude. I've watched that thing like 1,000 times now with the fucking Alex Jones shit with the GameStop stocks. That was so goddamn funny, dude. Oh, when I saw that one, I started crying.
Anything Alex Jones is meant to be cherished
Dude,
forever.
it's fucking money, dude. It's fucking money. I just love it. It's like
I'm just
all
gonna
your
get famous
friends
on
and family.
TikTok by making a compilation of Alex Jones.
Dude, right? Absolutely. Fucking, I just love it. Like, all your friends and family are like, why is all your stimulus check going to GameStop and AMC? Well, look, okay, I'm kind of retarded. I was just like, fucking A, dude. Oh my god,
Love it.
That's just
Love
crazy.
it.
So did you guys? So I know, like, fucking, some people like this guy, some people don't. I'm a huge fan. I think he's fucking amazing. But Dave Portnoy, Barstool Sports, fucking lovely guy. He fucking cracks me up.
That dude just came to my town, actually.
Did he really? Oh, he's from
Yeah.
If you're
He's from
if
there.
you're from Mass, if you live in Mass, like you love
Yeah.
Portnoy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
El Presidente.
El
Yeah,
Presidente.
he literally
baby.
just came to this famous pizza spot that's in my old town.
Yeah, dude. I love watching his pizza reviews, dude. Those things are fucking
He's like
hilarious.
he's like pretty into pizza, honestly.
He eats a new slice every day and rates a restaurant every day, like literally every fucking day.
Every
couldn't-
single day.
I
Anyway.
couldn't do a slice every day, but I definitely do fucking food. I'm surprised this dude doesn't
And if they
health
have cookies,
issues.
he'll try their cookies.
What?
If they have cookies, he'll try the cookies. Because I mean, why not? He's got to try the cookie.
Of
Yeah.
course, everyone's gotta try it. What the fuck?
Sorry,
But
boys.
man, dude.
I'm drinking my protein shake.
No, you're good. But man, dude, he got big, like really big into stocks over, like, you know, during COVID and shit. And he actually hosted a one-on-one, like, fucking, I mean, they kind of called it like a podcast, but it wasn't really a podcast, with the fucking CEO of Robinhood about, like, all that shit that went down. And I mean, he tore into his ass, dude. I was
Good.
like, oh my god, because like
Someone needs to.
the guy from Robinhood literally came in there like laughing and shit, thinking like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be on this. This is gonna be a fun show." Da 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 da.
It's gonna
He
be
was
like Joe
not ready.
Rogan with the
Yeah.
first Twitter podcast.
Exactly,
Not the second one with
exactly.
the-
Yeah, and so like, I kid you not, dude. Like, he gets on there, and one of my favorite parts was like, he's like ripping into him because, and I completely agree with what he was saying. He's like, look, we're not idiots. He's like, you can sit here and say that your customers come first. We're not fucking stupid. We obviously know that's not it. Your company's going to come first. He's like, I would think that you were an idiot if that wasn't your thought process. Customer second, your company is first. That's fine. He goes, and I understand why you froze shit in order to save your company, but the problem is like, you didn't freeze. You just chose to not let people buy, which forced a panic sell, which tanked the fucking stock. Like, there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You could have froze buying and selling, but you chose not to. You chose to specifically freeze one, which completely affected the number. Like, completely. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're getting this fucking $3.4 billion fucking check to save your company. He's like, probably from your fucking hedge fund boyfriends that you fucking tanked the stock for. and so Vlad literally goes, Well, I feel like you're throwing out a lot of misinformation out there, and I don't think that that's a good thing for you to do, and I don't think that's fair for you, and I'm sorry to say that. And Dave was just like, don't be sorry to say that. If that's what you think, go ahead and say that. I think you're a fucking piece of shit that lied to everybody, and you don't even see me. You don't see me saying sorry. No, I was like, oh
really
my god, dude.
Please send me that clip. Please send me that clip.
I'll find it and send it to you.
For
Dude,
the
that
love of
shit
fucking
was
God.
so
Please
fucking
send me
funny.
that clip. I think you're a fucking piece of shit. Just fucking drops that on him.
Way, dude.
Like,
Dude,
no, fuck
I've
you,
been watching
piece of
a
shit.
lot of their shit, dude. Like, he's like a no nonsense motherfucker, dude. Like, he was sitting there talking about this employee that he was firing, or well, not that he was firing, but basically like this employee got upset and then wrote some Twitter post where he's all like, "Oh, fucking, you got no balls. You're a bitch. You're not gonna fire me. If you're gonna fire me, fucking do it already, then pussy," or something like that. So, but it was like an anonymous like post. Like, it wasn't like, I don't know
Indirect,
how to be anonymous,
yeah.
but yeah. And so fucking Dave calls him out on it. Like, they're literally on a podcast, but the dude's like in another state. So he literally calls him up, puts him on speakerphone. And he's like, because I mean, literally everything at Barstool Sports is fucking literally videotaped like 24/7. It's actually kind of weird how they do some of their content, but
Yeah, it's kind of
interesting.
crazy.
It's interesting. But so he's sitting there talking to him, and he's like, well, what makes you think that I wrote it? And he goes, because you're the only person that has any fucking problems with me, especially on this fucking level. So the dude does admit that he posted it. He's like, yeah, he's like, I was in a different state of mind. He's like, I was upset. I shouldn't have posted it. Da, 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 da. And he goes, well, you called me a bitch. You said I got no balls. You said I'm a pussy. He's like, you told me to fire you. He's like, is that what you want? You want to get fired? And he's like, no, I would like to keep my job. And it's like, all right, well, in order for you to keep your job, I think you should have to come here and kiss my feet. And the dude just starts laughing, but Dave's not laughing. And the dude's laughing, thinking Dave's fucking with him. And then he's all like, you mean like next time I'm out there? He's like, no, we'll pay for you a train. You can come out here. You can kiss my feet and keep your job. If you don't want to do that, you're fucking fired. Your choice. I was like, oh my God, bro.
What an
cracks me the
absolute
fuck up,
savage,
dude.
dog. This man is a fucking world-class savage.
Oh, yeah. He fucking
Absolute
cracks
savage.
me up, dude. They were
Mad
doing,
lad,
like,
dude.
apparently the guy that videotapes the fucking pizza reviews and stuff, his name is Frankie. It's like this young kid. I think he's moving on to a different position within the company. So they were trying to hire somebody to take his spot, and so they were like hiring. They were doing this whole like hiring thing, and like everybody that showed up obviously knows what Barstool Sports is, knows that you got to be funny to get a job there. So they're all trying to crack jokes within their resumes and shit. Like, this one dude literally like stole like a quote from The Office, and that was like part of his resume or some shit like that. And so like they get to this one guy, and like he does this like he actually did like some actual like sweet shit, because they were supposed to like do like their own take on an edit for the pizza thing. So he actually called the restaurants and had that call playing where they were talking about how their sales had been up since Dave showed up and did the pizza rating. And Dave's like, holy shit, that's a baller move. Like that's a big boy move. I'm impressed. And then the dude's like, oh yeah, I'm glad you like it, da 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 da. And then Frankie's like, yeah, but you gotta remember, he's like, he's impressed now, but whenever you fuck up, like, he's gonna let you have it. Like, that's how that happens. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I mean, you got to get used to him talking the way he is. And the dude definitely is, he's got red hair and stuff like that. He's like, so, and Dave literally straight out, he's like calling you a ginger fuck is probably going to be like the minimum. Yeah. He's like, that's probably going to be the minimum. And he's like, what do you mean? And then fucking Frankie is like, well, like let's say one frame isn't done right. He's going to literally go on Twitter and be like, this fucking stupid piece of shit ginger fuck Dylan that I hired, I shouldn't have fucking hired because he fucking sucks at his job. He's like, and you're just going to have to roll with the punches and take that because that's how he talks to you.
Jesus.
I was like, oh my God, dude. It was cracking me up, dude.
Motherfucker goes in on people.
Dude, he fucking does, dude. He has like no, and I just love his like confrontation style, because like it's never a situation where like, besides that one employee that he was super fucking pissed off at and yelling at, that was fucking crazy. But like whenever he goes, like for instance, he did like the Logan Paul shit, and I don't fuck with the Logan Paul shit, but I was like, I'm kind of interested in like one segment because they were talking about the whole She's Your Daddy or whatever the fuck group that was, the two chicks that had their own podcast or whatever that picked up or some shit. So apparently there was like a lot of controversy about like why they chose to leave and do what they did, which watching all their behind the scenes shit, I would have never put any money into them. Like, apparently they were nobody before Barstool Sports touched them. And they just had no work ethic. Like, they literally moved into offices, got them their own desk and shit to come work in. And the chicks were like, yeah, we'll be here like maybe once a week, but we're not going to be here. Like, that's a waste of our time. I'm like,
damn, give me some money. I'll make something happen.
Right? It's fucking nuts.
Bro,
So like, they're
I don't
sitting
even
talking
care if
about
I
it.
don't make content. I'll still bring you a return. Like,
Right? So
Rackets?
these chicks
Love
apparently
it.
were like on the fucking Logan Paul podcast, and Dave 100% believes that like Logan is the reason they fucking left to begin with, because Logan's like, oh, well, you guys could probably always make more now that you're actually famous. And so Dave was like, yeah, I gave them a killer fucking deal. He's like, and then they come here and fucking talk to you, and then all of a sudden they're fucking thinking different. He's like, I mean, I gave them a fucking killer fucking deal. He's all like, so they wanted to fucking walk, sweet, go ahead, do what you want to do. He's like, my deal even included them being able to keep their IP. Name other companies that do that, because they fucking don't. I was like, I mean, he's kind of got a fucking point. So yeah, it was fucking crazy, dude. Just like I said, I love his confrontation style where he just doesn't give a shit. Like, it just.
I live in Massachusetts. I like making skits. What are we gonna do? We gotta get on with these dudes.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm down. It would be weird having a boss talk to me the way he talks to people, but I'd be okay with it, because that's the kind of atmosphere it is. Like, you know the atmosphere before you get into there. You know.
You know what you signed up for.
Yeah, and I think like a lot of people lose, especially in a world where things, in my opinion, are getting way more PC than fucking ever. But it's like, for instance, I was having this conversation the other day whenever I was talking about Dead Funny, and it's like, dude, when you look at a company like Rooster Teeth, I literally had a fucking podcast where I was watching where it's 3 guys and 1 chick, and they're all talking about how many times they can masturbate in one day, and the chick had all of them beaten by like double. I mean, it's like, I can't believe like we're like, just, I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it. It's just crazy to me, like how fucking people just get all bent out of shape. But I guess if you could start that atmosphere early, great. But it's just like, in my opinion, all the line of work I've been in, that would be an HR nightmare. Like, if I was working with some chick, and I'm like, oh yeah, I fucking masturbate like 3 times a day. How many times a day do you masturbate? Like, I'm fired. That's happening. I'm fired. You know what I mean?
On the spot. They would execute you before you even step outside the fucking building.
Yeah, it's fucking, not necessarily that's like my dream goal, I guess I should say.
What, getting executed for saying how many times they masturbate?
Asking a chick about masturbation, not necessarily that's my dream goal.
Oh, in the workplace. So what you're saying is you want to be able to sexually harass people.
Choose your next words carefully, Chris.
You just can't put yourself.
Wes knows how to read between the lines, dude. Oh my god, that's funny.
I did get Pedialyte after that one.
Especially considering the fact that like I actually have a female staff or a female on staff. Oh no, it's crazy though, man. It's crazy. I don't know. And it's nuts just seeing like all these content creators who have now just switched to just completely remote, and it's just like, I don't know. It's weird, man. There's just so much shit that's just weird. Like the world is just weird right now. I don't know how to say it.
The world is very weird. I'm coming
honest.
back at streaming harder than ever. Not as long,
dude,
but harder
I'm
than
ready
ever.
for it. Actually, you know what? That's actually a great transition fucking point. So obviously only shit you want to talk about, but I know me and Mike are definitely fucking like interested to hear about this. But you went through a recent brand change. What can you tell us about that at this moment? I know you said you got some projects you're working on, so I'm sure you're trying to keep some of that under wraps. But there are a lot of people that watch this content that do specifically follow you on your other platforms. So that's what I'm saying. Obviously, be careful with what you put out there if you don't want to put something out there that's not ready yet. But I mean, what's going on with that?
So basically, I just wanted to change it up. Just felt like wanted to get something fresh. I got bored with the other aesthetic and name, so I decided to change the name and the aesthetic, and I like it. It's not like for attention or anything like that. It's just personal value out of it, like what I get from it myself. I just wanted to change. You know what I mean?
It broke, been there. I mean, whenever I started, my shit was all Koopa, which was my nickname growing up, and now my shit's Cloud of Blade, and that's recent change myself. So within these last couple of years.
Exactly. Sometimes it's just nice to change things up a bit. You know, finally settle into more of what you're thinking of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And is this gonna be like all your platforms? You're gonna
that's just gonna be for like the streaming and gaming stuff. I'll still do like I plan on doing more YouTube. I'll probably do some TikToks. I don't know if I'm gonna do it under that brand or if I'm just gonna keep continuing as my own on TikTok or anything like that. We'll see, because my TikTok was my my gaming and all that same brand, same name. So maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. But I plan on doing TikTok too. I got some one's cooking up that I think is going to be good. It's just a great way to grow. So I'm going down that avenue as well. But yeah, YouTube, still going to do Twitch. I kind of want to stick mainly to Twitch and then do YouTube.
Right.
I don't know, like
On the
once a
side.
week would be fucking beautiful, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to have time to edit all that, considering I work 3 to 4 days a week, 12 and a half hour days, basically.
Right.
So, we'll see. But I'm still going to stream hard as fuck again. Once all that's done, I'm going to get back streaming. I got to get my gaming set up from my old house over to here. Still trying to figure that out. I don't know if I'm going to take my sit-stand desk or what I'm going to do with that, but gonna figure it out because space is limited.
Yeah, no, that's fair, dude. I hear that. Yeah, man, because I definitely say I fucking miss us all fucking getting together and fucking streaming something. I think the last thing we did
Playing some video games, yeah, dude. I miss playing fucking what the fuck?
GTFO.
GTFO, yes.
Dude, that shit
I
was
would,
so much
I
fun,
would,
dude.
I would love to play that game again.
Same
We
here,
got to.
dude. Same
Now
here.
that I have my 3080, like, bro,
Oh, they finally put that motherfucker in for you?
bro, it was
Bro.
finally.
Oh
took
my god, dude, his journey to get a 3080 has been amazing.
Please just explain that, please. Just how
Yes.
fucking insane
So-
it was.
In December, when I got my bonus from work, I went ahead and bought the upgrades and everything for my PC. It's like December, I want to say I sent it out December 19th or something like that. They received my PC, at their shipping dock on the 22nd of December. Well, I didn't really hear anything from them, and I kind of understood because it was Christmas, New Year's, blah, blah, blah. I didn't really get anything back from them for the longest time. And about around the end of January, I was like, hey, where's my computer at? Like, it's been a month now. Like, I know it doesn't take that long to just take some parts out and put some parts in. And they were like, oh, yeah, we're going to send it to you. It's on its way to you. I was like, I bet. I get it. I'm at work. The computer comes in, and my wife is like, oh, everything's here. I was like, I bet. So I come home, and I move it, and I hear a little bit of crunching. And I'm like, no way. I immediately knew that it was shattered because it had the glass sidings.
Tempered
And
glass.
tempered glass, yeah, it had tempered glass sidings. And I was like, I know it's bad. Worst case scenario. I knew it was worst case scenario. So I brought it upstairs and opened it up, and immediately glass starts pouring out of it. And I was like, fuck me, dude. It couldn't have broken into big shards. No, it had to shatter into like a million pieces.
That's a safety thing. That's a safety thing.
Which it just sucked because it was just glass. It was in all of my fans. It was like everywhere.
Did
And
you
so
send it back immediately?
Well, no. So the thing is, this is on. I think this was a Friday. So I call them, and as soon as it happens, and I'm like, "Hey, UPS shattered my fucking case," and they're like, "Oh, well, I'm so sorry about that." I was like, "Yeah, I have a 3080. Like, I was super excited about getting this. It's been gone for a month," and he was like, "Okay, cool. Well, we'll send you a shipping label." And I was like, "All right, cool. Let's get that happening." And I was like, "Are you guys gonna give me a case or what?" And he was like, "Oh, well, I don't know about that. You may have to buy a case." I was like, I'm not buying a case. Like, it's not my fault. Like, there's no way I'm buying a case.
You chose a shitty shipping. Like, your company chose a bad shipping.
Well, and the thing is, that the craziest part is they required me to put shipping insurance and fragile labels on the box when I sent it to them. They did not do the same to me. When they sent it back to me, they did not have fragile labels on it. So of course UPS just kicked it the fuck.
Yeah,
around.
that's on them. It's on them to pay for the insurance
And
when
so-
shipping it back. And it's if it's on them to put those fucking labels on there.
And so I was like, all right, cool, send me the label. And he goes, oh, well, our shipping guy doesn't come in until Tuesday at the earliest. I was like, okay, Tuesday at the earliest, cool. So I don't get the fucking shipping label until Thursday of that next week. All right. And I'm like, this is not going well at all. Like, I'm frustrated. So I sent it to him. they email me and they're like, or no, they don't send me no emails, no nothing. And I message them, I'm like, hey, you guys have had my computer for such a long time. What's up with it? They're like, oh, well, it's not in queue, or it's in queue. We haven't started working on it yet. I was like, all right, that's not good. So another week went by. I was like, hey, what's wrong with it? They're like, oh, well, you need a new fan. Like, you need a new cooling system. I was like, okay. So, boom, I had to spend $120 on a new cooling system. And then a week went by. I was like, hey, you guys just installed a new cooling system. Like, what's going on with the computer? He's like, well, in shipping, your CPU got fried, your RAM got fried, and your motherboard got fried during transit. I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, so we have to replace all of those parts, and we're just waiting on the parts to come in. I was like, is my 3080 even still alive? Like, is that a fucking thing? And he's like, oh, yeah, your 3080 is good. And I was like, it's just insane to me that everything but my graphics card got messed up. So I sent the computer in as, an upgrade for them to upgrade it. And they had to pretty much rebuild my entire PC.
I hope they didn't make you pay for most of it.
No, none. I didn't pay for. The only thing I paid for was the upgraded cooling system, which even then is strange to me because when they sent it to me the first time, it had my cooling system from before. So it's like you guys went through stress tests and everything, and said that my computer was fine with the cooling system it has, and now all of a sudden you're telling me that it needs a better cooling system. What changed?
Yeah, seriously. Unless
what changed?
Yeah, when they sent it back, they said the cooling system was fine with the 3080. That would be the only thing I could think of. It's throwing off more heat because it's a bigger card, but like they said they stress tested it with the 3080 in it. And it was fine.
And so and granted, this is like end of February or middle to end of February, and I'm like, all right, dude, I don't care what you guys have to do. You have to send me my computer back. I need this. We're in March at this point when I'm talking to them. I'm like, I need my PC. And eventually they said we got everything set up, and they sent it out to me. And when did I get it? Like the beginning of March, Chris. So from December 19th to the beginning of March, I didn't have my PC for maybe I had it for the weekend that I got it because I cleaned up all the glass. It took me 3 hours to vacuum all the glass out of it. And I got to play it for a little bit. And even then I was scared because I was like, I don't want to mess something up and it screwed my 3080 up. So I didn't really stress test it enough. But yeah, man. And then I get it back, right? And I unbox it and stuff. The first day I have it, I'm like, dude, Valheim, everybody tells me Valheim's not very graphic. Why is it playing like shit on my computer? Or on my monitor and everything. And so I download some other games, some other indie games, and I'm like, these games are playing fantastic, but Valheim's trash. So I uninstall it, reinstall it, uninstall it, reinstall it, verify the integrity, blah, 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 blah. Just to realize, after doing some research, these motherfuckers didn't plug my GPU in. And I'm not a computer guy, so I didn't know. And so I was like, all right, let me go to my system settings and check it out. And it was like, oh, it's running off your Intel. And it didn't show the NVIDIA. And I should have paid attention because my graphics card has RGB. Yeah. And I never saw it on. But again, that should be okay. You unplugged it because of transit and it makes it safe. That's fine. I'm cool with that. But you should have sent me a note, an email, or something. Hey, by the way, when you get your PC, you're going to have to plug in the pins from the power brick to the GPU so it turns it on. Nothing. They didn't tell me nothing. So I had to figure out how to do it all on my own. I'm like, I don't get it.
I would have left a very bad review with the higher ups if that was possible.
Yeah,
what's that?
I would have left a very bad fucking review. I would have left a fucking complaint and a half.
Dude. I mean,
get some free shit.
I wanted to, but they gave me the case I have now is a significant upgrade over the one that I did have. I love it. Like.
Okay, so you did get something out of it.
So, I mean, the case is a $300 case. The case I had before was a free case.
Well, at least you got a little bit of something out of it, They gave you something a little bit nicer. Like, I would have been pissed if they just gave you back the same fucking case. Nothing for your time. You know what I mean? The downtime. You had to go without it. All at their own fault, too.
So, but yeah. I finally got it. It's running amazing. The 3080 is fucking a powerhouse, dude. I love it. Got a new monitor, got my setup. I too am jumping headstrong into streaming again. Um, I think I had a really good thing going for me before I got this job, and I kind of want to pick up where I left off.
But yeah, man, that shit's nuts, man. Yeah, like I said, it definitely makes me worried about sitting on my computer, and I already literally was like, I'm gonna go to the fucking place. I'm gonna get me this fucking big ass box. I'm gonna fucking like literally line this entire thing with fucking styrofoam like fucking crazy, and then I'm gonna buy extra fragile shipping fucking labels and pack those into the box as well, and be like, here, since you motherfuckers are too poor to afford these, I've given you fucking fragile labels. Send it back.
I've
to
even
me in the
pre-purchased
exact box I
insured
did.
shipping.
Yeah, exactly.
Send
it back to me in the exact same box that I sent it to you. Like 100%. Like that's what it's gonna take in order for me to send mine in. Like if they're not gonna agree to do that, I'll just replace the shit myself. I'll just do it myself. Even if I gotta find fucking YouTube videos, I don't give a shit. I'll fucking do it myself.
It'd be GG easy. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not, but I mean, I made sure I bought me the biggest case they had available at the time because I wanted to make sure I was going to have room to upgrade if I needed to upgrade. So I know for a fact I've seen Mike's graphics card. I see how big it is. I've got more than fucking enough room. So yeah, I was like, ugh, that shit's just that shit's rough, man. That shit is fucking rough.
It's fucking tough. It's very tough, brother.
Well, that's what's up, man. I'm glad fucking you're gonna be getting back into streaming. I know Mike's kind of slowly been getting back into streaming, and that's what's up too. We've been fucking doing some shit together. I can't wait till you could start fucking stream with us again. Definitely want to hit up some games again. We've had some fucking good times. It's gonna be awesome.
I think it's gonna be sick, dude.
Yeah. I know I'm definitely trying to get a lot bigger on my fucking logo game for sure. I'm currently looking for somebody to kind of tweak what I have now, but I actually just found because this fucking hat that I have. My lady bought it for me a long time ago. It's my fucking Falcons hat, and it's like the best hat I've ever had, just the way that it's like built. And it's like one of those flex hats, if you will. I think it's what they're called. But
yeah, Flex Fit.
Yeah, Flex Fit. There you go. I don't wear trucker hats. I hate those, but like these have that like mesh cushion and shit. Like it's fucking really nice and breathable. So I actually bought me some of these, and I'm actually taking them to go get my actual logo on the front, and then on the back I'm gonna have to say Clouded Blade separated between the the back spine of the hat. So
you live in Wisconsin. You got to get some fucking beanies, bro.
Yeah, I want to get a beanie too, dude. I want to get a beanie as well. I actually almost set up for because the Dead Funny has the merch store. I was in the process of trying to get beanie set up, but just the website that we use to do our logos and shit, or not our logos, but our apparel, was just there was like a whole fucking process you had to go through, and it just at that time it just wasn't worth it. So by the time they actually let us like apply to start doing that, it just didn't make sense. So
who do you use for your merch and apparel? Like
Teespring is who I use now. Teespring is who I use, and the reason why I use them is because they let you set up your own store free of charge. There's no charge whatsoever to have your own store landing page on their website. So you literally can have your link, you just throw it up, it takes you to your store. They don't have a limit besides all you had to do is just make a PayPal account and link it to your store. So that way, when you do start making money, they already are set up to send you the money you make. Other than that, like they don't cap you on like how many items you can put up, because I think you can only put up like 10 before you do the link. Then after the link, it's like unlimited. So what I do for Dead Funny is that we have the Dead Funny store, and people just click the link, go over there and see shirts, hoodies, whatever. And for Clouded
Blade, they can do hats and stuff too.
Yeah, they do hats and stuff too. But for Clouded Blade, what I'm doing with that right now, because I'm still working on tweaking my logo and stuff, I have a lot of like Clouded Blade t-shirts and shit like that. You can actually go in and just set up a shirt to just buy yourself. So like you don't, and like you literally just basically pay for the shirt, and then it's like an extra $1 for whatever logoing you're getting put on it. So then I'm just buying the shirt, and I get like the premium tees because I'm one of those big guys. I like the soft shirts. I'm really big on soft shirts. So I get like those Next Level as the company they use, which I'm a big fan of. I love Next Level t-shirts. And so I just get the Clouded Blade on that, and then just buy it straight out. I think it cost me, ends up like with like shipping and shit, it's like $18 a shirt for me to have my own logo on it and a decent size and everything, and fucking get that sent back to me. So
it's
now the
hat,
hat,
not terrible at all.
The hat, I'm gonna go through lids because I've done some like customization with hats through lids before, and I've got like 20 of them near me. So yeah, I'm just gonna buy the hats blank is what I'm doing off of Amazon. I'm buying them just straight black blank right off Amazon, and then I'm gonna take them up there. I'm gonna get a Dead Funny one and a Clouded Blade one. See how they work. I don't know if it's gonna be something that I'm going to introduce as far as a possibility of like selling on the store, because with all the cost that goes into it, because I think it's like
in shipping,
$10 for the hat. Yeah, $10 for the hat. My shipping's free with Amazon, and then fucking lids. I don't know how much that's going to cost me yet to get the logo, and if I want to get the wording on the back, which I do. So I got to see how much that's going to cost. My guess is going to be somewhere between like $15 to $20 possibly. And so then right there, you're already looking at a $30 hat, and that's for me to net even without the shipping to send to somebody. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got to worry about that shipping.
I mean, who's gonna buy a $50 hat? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like at the end of the day, it's like, it's not really worth it. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, I don't have all the pricing done out for that yet because I'm in the early stages of that. Like I said, I wanted to. The measurements for hats have changed, I guess, since last time I was in the hat game. So like now they do like the whole like small to medium, medium to large, large to extra large. So where like whenever I was doing hats, it was like I was like a size 7 or something like that.
Yeah,
so
for fitted caps. Yeah,
exactly.
Inch, 7-inch, whatever.
So I'm ordering one to see if this is gonna fit. I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, if that works,
But
then
flex
I'm going to get
fits have always been, I think, small, medium, large.
Maybe, and this is my first time ever having a flex fit hat. Like it was like an Atlanta Falcons hat that I saw, because like the reason why I like this one so much is it has the logo on the front, it has the wording on the back, but for the bill, which I'm not going to do this, but at some point would be cool shit to do. The bill has the top of the Atlanta Falcons logo, and then it wraps down under to the underneath of the bill. So the entire logo is on the bill as well, but it just wraps down. And like for instance, my symbol, the Clouded Blade one, would be perfect for that, because it'd be the cloud on the top and then the blade wrapping down through the bottom. But once again, I'm just trying to do the other shit first, and we'll see how it goes. But I mean, it could be something where I do like a giveaway or some shit like that, like with the Dead Funny hat or something like that. So that to me makes more sense than me trying to market a fucking $50 hat. Like at the end of the day, nobody's gonna be like, I'm gonna buy a $50 hat. Like that's a lot of money for a fucking hat. So, but like I said, we'll just have to wait and see what the costs are at the end of the day. Because I've literally, I think I've only used lids twice, and that was like whenever I was like super young. Like I was like 15, and I was like, I had 2 hats, and I wanted to get like shit like actually threaded on them, and so they fucking did it for me, and I can't remember what the fuck that was. So. Oh, well, is what it is. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here so Mike can tuck his daughter in. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I know we had a lot of fucking fun doing it. Definitely want to get some more of these scheduled. I always love having these fucking conversations. Definitely want to get a lot more of these scheduled. And stuff like that, too. Obviously, Wes, love having you on the fucking podcast, man. I appreciate you showing up for this.
Absolutely. I love talking to you guys. James
sleeping over there. Love that shit too, dude.
Oh yeah,
fucking champing.
He responds right away when you talk at him.
That's true. That's probably still
so much great commentary from James.
That's probably still my favorite part of the first Stream Team podcast we did, was where like I said something and then Wes was just like, but the true question is, how does JJ Lewis feel about that? It was like it was just so smooth. But yeah, so like I said, definitely plan on getting these scheduled a lot more. The viewers have spoken. I mean, once again, the views were fucking just right off the bat. Like everybody enjoyed this fucking content. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have Wes's shit in the description below. Make sure you go check him out. Obviously, with his stuff changing, want to make sure that you guys still know where to find him. Obviously, it's not going to be hard. It's still all the same channels and stuff, just a different name. Make sure we support his new logo and his new brand and stuff like that, which is awesome. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next time.